the other. And it's not going to be it's not going to be pretty for any side.
Oh yeah, only one of these guys can prevail over each other. So, you know, let's see if Cruncho can crunch the Mint, or will the Mint fight back?
Here we go. Game 1 going to be at Sky Arena with platforms. Going to put the basketball at the very middle of the stage to try to get some advantage state going here. Oh man, this is not good so far for Cruncho, as he's finding a hard time trying to be able to approach here on this really aggressive LeBron James at the moment. However, going to be able to find an opening, but only going to get one hit of the forward air. As a result, only 3% coming in. Oh! The plushie coming in for the clutch! The plushie coming in for the clutchy, but not enough, though, to be able to lose that first stock, unfortunately, as we're going to see iiMintyHippo going in hard there for an early kill. If that would have killed at 23, I would have walked away.
I would have been it for the commentating, huh, TailWindz?
That would have been it for the night.
Yeah, I would have done the same.
I would have lost my internet connection again.
I would have just lost my computer in general. Still though, as we're seeing here, Cruncho is pulling back with his combo game, putting Minty at 84.
Here we go. This is what we're looking for out of Cruncho. Just looking for the opportunity to be able to approach, get the combo going, put him at high percent, and now even a multi-jab into a forward charge will take the kill here, but it's just a matter of trying to get it, or maybe getting a charge nair off stage will get the kill here as well. You have a couple options, but it's all about which one will work, and the up special will certainly do it. 44% is not a bad place to be. However, that basketball putting in some great work at the moment.
I feel like if Cruncho can catch Minty without his ball in a combo and just kind of start moving him away, I feel like that could be the deciding factor with Cruncho taking him if he does that.
Maybe, but you never know, honestly.
Very true. So LeBron does have just
moves here. There we go. We're gonna get some extensions going. 23% on LeBron. However, we also did see that Minty did get an extra 30-something% on Cruncho. So the odds are still not favored.
Very true, especially now that I'm pretty sure he's at Doug's kill percent. If he gets caught in it one more time, it's over.
Yeah, but he's been going for it so much now. I wonder if Attack Decay will come into fruition here. I like the awareness, using the side special in the air, but it's not going to work, as Cruncho knows it by now, but it's going to be too late. The more you use it, the easier it will land, and there hasn't been too much of a punish against it at the moment. I've been seeing a lot of down air usage from Cruncho, but he hasn't gotten the spacing correct on it. I've seen it be just short every single time almost on Minty, and just hasn't been able to get anything off of it as a result. Maybe next game we could see a change in how that will work, but who knows?
Yeah, that is very, very true. I think because with how Harley can also play defensively, I do also kind of want to see if Cruncho is going to take that into effect to kind of utilize more Jack in the boxes than he did last game. Because right now, Minty is just all over him.
I mean, Minty's been all over everyone from every set we've seen so far with him, so it's not really too much of a surprise here, but it really is just like an information gathering game for Cruncho. And Cruncho is one of those type of people that's not afraid to lose a game to get information about how the opponent is playing against them, and then saying, okay, this is what I think I should do to counteract that. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see Cruncho really go in hard on this one with hard punishes.
Yeah, plus right now, with how Cruncho is playing this tournament, I feel like he uses that first game, he gets the download, then he truly starts playing the game.
You're right about that. We'll have to see if that continues here on Sky Arena with no platforms, of course. But good use of the down air there to be able to get rid of the basketball. That's also something that you really want to prioritize with using that move as well. If you can't hit your opponent, at least get rid of the basketball whenever it's being thrown out.
Very, very true right there. The thing I am waiting on Minty to hit is just an out of nowhere ball snipe on at least someone. I'm surprised he hasn't done it yet.
Potentially, but it's a little bit of a risky situation as well with that, but we'll have to see if it does happen here, as we're seeing Cruncho having a hard time approaching this LeBron James. Not an easy task to do because he's just been throwing out constant hitboxes that really just help him be able to approach a little more here. And Cruncho not really having as much of an answer on to be able to deal with as he's going to lose that first stock, while Minty only at that crisp 43.
Very, very true. Because right now, Minty can for sure pull away. Cruncho does just have to get just at least something to kill him. Is all Cruncho should really be looking for, that in combos.
Yeah, it's going to be very important to get the combo game going, and if anything, try to get maybe an off-stage kill. And that's like at early percent. LeBron James actually does have a bit of an exploitable recovery. The only time his recovery is actually somewhat decent is whenever he doesn't have a basketball. Up special does give him a little bit of height. But the thing is that LeBron James is just really good on the stage, whereas off stage he's just not as good on, and this is why his recovery just isn't as good. He doesn't really have much of recovery tools, especially with the basketball in hand, so he's gonna lose the stock as a result.
Very, very true. And you know, right now, even with that stock lost, like, Cruncho now can bring it back if he plays his cards right. That's all he needs to do. It does seem like, because as we've seen from both players, both are very good at dodging. You know, they utilize their dodge meter to as much as they can. And again, though, right now, Minty has two just very scary options, being that dunk that we just saw and up special.
Oh, I'm loving this movement from Cruncho here, trying to avoid as much as possible when it comes to the LeBron. And right now, at this point, I would not be going in on the LeBron. If he's not able to get the basketball in play, try to hit with moves that will not get you in close, because the moment he gets that basketball, we're going to see him try to go for the side special kill, because it is his best kill move. So really is a dangerous situation for Cruncho to be in. He just has to be constantly aware at all times of what is going on with LeBron and has to be paying attention to him constantly.
Plus, like, the big thing about LeBron, though, is it's also very hard to hit him with a move that you don't really have to get close on. Because if he tries to hit him with projectile, all that Minty has to do is use defense, and he gets the ball right back.
Right, as we see Minty taking game 2 on Cruncho here. I mean, this is not easy for Cruncho. If I were Cruncho right now, I would probably swap back to Bugs because you're more used to the character.
Yeah, 100%. I would just go Bugs here.
But who knows? I mean, it could not be, maybe he isn't confident enough with the character in ones.
Maybe. But here's the big thing about it, though, is I would feel like... Oh, he did! Yeah! We're gonna see him come out. Also with the Toon Squad.
You know it! There is no other skin that you go with here in this matchup in particular.
Very, very true. So now that I think Cruncho is using Bugs, I think we're going to see a lot more of, you know, Cruncho's combos and how he gets very comfortable with Bugs.
The thing is that, like, Harley Quinn has a lot of with recovery that she has to deal with, so she can get punished very easily for moves she misses. And when you're not, like, as well versed with the character, you are going to be taken advantage of with that. However, the Bugs Bunny is still very capable of dealing with this sort of play style on the LeBron. Has the save, has, I feel like, potentially better tools to deal with LeBron here than the Harley Quinn, especially on a stage like this.
Oh yeah, 100%. Plus, you know, he does, you know, how Harley was lacking moves that he can do from far away without really getting in. But then again, if he did that, he could get ball very easily. But I think Bugs Bunny does have those moves he's looking for in those kind of situations, like rocket, safe. Like, the only thing that I think LeBron can defense is the throwables he gets from safe and then high.
I'm liking this game a lot more for Cruncho here. He's been able to get in and approach much better and much safer as well. And that's the important thing here. He's able to just approach in a much safer fashion.
Ooh,
I love the use of rocket. Every time I see Cruncho using rocket, he uses it in such a great way. And it's been doing really well so far. He's still got a 30% lead. We saw a little bit of lag there, but he's still alive. And the Sarah's going to take the first there. You see, I told you, Cruncho, this is the character you want to be using against LeBron. And, of course, even though you're on the same team being on the Toon Squad. It's gonna be great stuff here so far for Cruncho, as he's barely gonna live that attempt at a kill from the air.
And then also, I'm pretty sure right now Dunk could kill him. And so, you know, if Minty does get that dunk, in which he didn't, okay.
It did. Wow, that was an odd. Okay, that's not a big deal. That's just the rollback. So here we go. Next stock here for Cruncho. He's honestly still in a good position. He's got the TV now, and that is, oh yes, this character is pretty decent. He's going to be constantly throwing out pies, which means that it's 1% of extra damage. It doesn't deal any knockback, but the extra DPS coming in from the assist here, going to be really helpful as we see, oh my goodness, a bunch of lag potentially here, but it's okay, we're back into the action anyways.
Yeah, it is a 2-bar, so it's kind of expected. But, you know, at least it does put us right back into it. But, you know, if Minty does just get, like, that good combo on him, he can tie it back, and then he could just close out the set.
I'm liking the use of the Meeseeks cube here, just using it for zoning purposes, not bringing out Mr. Meeseeks with it. I like the use of Sarah. The up air could certainly kill from that high up. And it might be if we didn't get another instance of lag. Once again, we'll have to find out how it's going to go here. Oh. Well, that wasn't...
Yeah,
we're going to roll with it.
We just don't talk about it, you know, that was actually just a really hype play that Cruncho just pulled out, you know, it was just never before seen tech, you know, that's all that was. You know, we just didn't know how to really react with it. You know, never before seen tech. It's kind of...
Minty got DC'd.
See, look, this is just a part of the never before seen tech. Battery on the router play? Exactly. This is just part of the tech. So though, what is your opinions on the LeBron buff, TailWindz? If he ever gets one. You think he needs one?
He got one.
Oh, do you think he needs another one?
I'm liking where he's at right now. I think they could tone it down a teeny tiny bit, but at this point, I think that LeBron is in a good spot. I think LeBron's in a good spot right now. Very good character, able to deal with things much better than he was at launch. It's going to be really good for the character, especially because there are ways to play around it. Yep. They're gonna play around the last stock again at similar percents, so that way they can just play from where they finished.
I do agree. I do like where LeBron is. You know, it would be pretty cool though to see LeBron get again. Didn't LeBron have shockwaves on his dunk before, and then they got rid of them?
He did, and I'm glad they did, because it actually did provide a lot of stage control, which was a very risky thing to have, especially because it put on full stacks of weakened as well. Like, if you got hit by one of the waves, it hit all 5 stacks of weakened, which was actually crazy.
One thing I would say, though, if they were to ever kind of buff LeBron, if they ever wanted, it was like, add back the shockwave, but make it like 1? Like, make it 1 and get rid of the weakened status effect. Because I'll admit, what, is it 3 shockwaves?
I think it was... It definitely was a dangerous move. It was a dangerous move, even back then.
And, you know, I will agree, because I am looking over at a chat. You know, I do agree with what some are saying, like how they could.
Yeah, no, it did always give full weekend. I know what I'm talking about, chat. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here as a commentator.
I do think that they should give, like, if they do add it back, it should have, like, a cooldown of at least, like, 15 seconds before you're able to use it.
I kind of agree with it, but at the same time, you don't really have, it's not really any reason for it. Maybe it could weaken in terms of power overall and knockback if you keep using it, But this is not my game that I am making. I can't say what they want to, what kind of vision they have overall for the character. So who knows?
Yeah, it is very true. Something. Quick question: we have like one Garnet skin, don't we?
We have two.
Two? What's the other one?
The first one is the multicolored one, and then there's another one that came out with the season 1 battle pass.
Oh yeah, that one. I totally forgot about that one, if I'm being honest. But we're gonna see the bugs run back. I think he's gotten the download with bugs.
Who knows? Because Bugs Bunny, just like in the Looney Tunes shows, unpredictable and on every level. So you never know how this will turn out. But we saw that Cruncho was able to take it there in that game. So I wouldn't be too surprised to potentially see it here with the stock reset. We'll have to find out, though.
Yeah, I will agree. We will have to find out.
Unless are they just playing another game?
It is. So
they're just gonna replay the whole game. Okay. So I guess that's what's happening, everybody. Good man, of course.
Now, see, imagine if Minty wins this set, because he did get kind of the free download on the bugs. I think that is just something that comes into play.
Potentially, but all I can say is that Cruncho did decide to just go ahead and replay the whole game out of mercy, so... Right, exactly, so they reset the game. Not the set. Here we go. We're going to get a little bit of extra common stuff. Now we're starting to see a little bit of Minty being in the lead. And one thing I did just notice here, at some point, they updated the sprite work for the defense down special on LeBron to where it actually does pop out with a letter D for defense. I love that little extra detail.
Yeah, there's a lot of little details that LeBron has that are just really good. That was a good dodge on Cruncho's part, 100%.
Honestly, like that was such a clutch bit of movement there from Cruncho. However, I mean, you can clutch, but you can either clutch or crunch, and right now we're only seeing a little bit of crunch here, but only on Minty's end. Which is funny because Mint doesn't actually like have any crunch to it. Oh, whoa!
Oh my god, I told you it would happen! Why is it when I like talk about something in a set, it happens in that set somewhere?
Because you cursed.
Oh my god, that is Cruncho going to losers forever.